Welcome on in, everybody. I, of course, am Dr. Delay, bringing you coverage of Game 2 of the series between the Detroit Tigers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Both teams with 61 wins. The Tigers 61-64. The Pirates 61-66. Of course, despite the similar wins, not so similar situations, as, of course, the Pirates still 6.5 games back. The Tigers, I believe they're tied for that final wild card spot. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Hopefully everything is going all right. I do want to mention before, of course, we begin that there will be no camera tonight, at least for the moment. It's going to be kind of no me. You're going to see the full coverage of the 3D, so some of you guys will like it. Some of you won't, sorry, but we're just going to do it. It's going to be a one-time thing. Should be back and going tomorrow. But anywho, here's the head-to-head. Again, the Tigers 61-64, the Pirates 61-66. Of course, the Pirates, again, despite their struggles, well, I mean, again, maybe not as much as of late, but after the All-Star break, the offense disappeared. Still ranking very high in offense, 638 runs to 611 allowed. The Tigers, of course, pitch really well, as you can see with the 3.56 ERA. Some errors last night for the Tigers. That fielding percentage dropped from 988 to 987. But, again, a pretty solid defensive team. Made some really nice plays. The most memorable was the Jake Mangum screamer to left center. Clark, of course, making a very nice play, saving a run, possibly two. Here you go. This is the starting pitching matchup for tonight. It's going to be a tough one, folks, for the Pirates. Of course, Ashcraft will be on the mound, coming off a complete game, one earned run performance. Really amazing stuff. Complete game at 85 pitches. We'll see what his sequel is. And, of course, on the mound for the Tigers, Kiter Montero, 3.22 ERA, .99 whips. And that means he doesn't allow many walks or hits. So he's been pretty solid through 20 starts. Of course, Ashcraft again, maybe figuring out his first half form. We'll see, of course, again, first start since the complete game against the Marlins. A look here at the wild card standings for the Pirates again. Luckily for them, now I do apologize, the Phillies are +1. They're not dead even, but yeah, the Padres and the Diamondbacks did lose, so it wasn't worst-case scenario yesterday for the Pirates, but, of course, again, they are running out of room for error, and, you know, they can't count on the Padres and the Diamondbacks and the Phillies to lose all the time. So, again, the Pirates really need to get it going, as they are still 6.5 back of a wild card spot. And then for the American League, in the Tigers are tied for the wild card spot. I believe the Orioles have the tiebreaker as of now. Shockingly enough, it's divisional record. The Orioles somehow with a better divisional record compared to the Tigers and the Rangers, and that's with the Orioles being in a much tougher division. That's crazy to me, but yeah, that is the reality of things. But again, the Tigers very much capable. Again, a very good run differential would indicate that they've been very much unlucky and much better than their team's record. And with that, we'll go ahead and go over the Tigers lineup tonight, since they will be, of course, at the plate in the top of the first. It's going to be Gleyber Torres. He'll be at second. Kevin McGonigal at third. Colt Keith at DH. Eduardo Valencia is catching. Zach McKinstry in right. Spencer Torkelson is at first. Brett Callahan in left. Max Clark at center. And then we have Javier Baez at short. So there you go. That is the starting lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers. All right. Pirates now taking the field. Oneil Cruz, of course, making his return. So we'll see if he learned anything with the defense while he was away. I did hear that his rehab stints were not all that great. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what's happening. Again, as mentioned, there will be no me. Sorry, folks. I'm sure, again, it'll probably be a better visual experience for those that are watching. Of course, if you expect this all the time, you can go take a hike. Just saying. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, we'll have the 3D up. No me tonight. And Ashcraft, of course, on the mound as he is continuing his warm. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Good to see you. Russell, Anthony, Orville, Mads, Christopher, Scott, Miss Donna, good to see you. Let's see here. Who else do we have? Ricky, appreciate you hanging out. Again, thank you, Anthony, Brian. Let's see here. Side Guy, thank you for hanging out. How many yins are Yinzers? We have a few Yinzers here. I'm not a Yinzer at all. Let's see. Leo, appreciate you for hanging out. Good to see you. Mr. Robert, thank you very much. We are about ready for some baseball. The pitch, that's in there for a called strike. We're underway in Pittsburgh. Gleyber Torres, batting .271, OPS of .786, 8 homers, 33 RBIs. Ashcraft sets, kicks, and delivers. And that's a tapper over Ashcraft to the second baseman, Lau. He'll throw it to first for out number 1. 2 pitches, 1 out. And that'll bring up Kevin McGonigal's batting .282, OPS of .810, 13 homers, and 50 RBIs. Young is pulling for the Tigers. Here's the pitch to McGonigal. That's fouled back, and it's 0-1. We'll see if Ashcraft can, again, I don't know if he'll be any more efficient than 85 pitches through 9 innings. That is pretty darn good. The 0-1, and McGonigal sends this to right center field. Cruz is there and makes his first catch in over 2 months as a Pittsburgh Pirate. Out number 2. So a quick 2 outs, and that'll bring up Colt Keith, batting .269, OPS of .745, 9 homers and 32 RBIs. Let's go, and Shari, appreciate you for hanging out. My face is dead. Here's the pitch, and that is fouled back 0-1. My face, it's gone. No more face, at least for today. I'll be back tomorrow. This isn't even Dr. Delay. This is an AI bot. I'm just kidding. 0-1 count. If anyone actually believed that, that'd be crazy. It would be pretty wild. 0-1 to Keith. Ashcraft sets. And he's just holding him. Oh my goodness, he's just chilling there on the mound. And he will finally begin the windup. Here's the 0-1, and that is going to be tapped foul. 0-2. Ashcraft again, really quick. He moves quick. And, yeah, definitely holding the batter there to the last possible second. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's spiked in the dirt. 1-2, 95 on the splitter. Let's go, Cruz. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he looks. Apparently did not look good in the rehab assignments. 1-2 count to Keith. That misses down and in. 2-2. There's the slider. Colt Keith appearing in 115 games on the season. 2-2. The pitch just misses upstairs. 3-2. 99 on the sinker. Just missed. Count is 3-2 as Keith chops it to second base. Lau with it, throws to Horwitz. That is out number 3. 3 of 3 down. We go to the bottom of the first. 0-0 in Pittsburgh. All right. Here is the starting lineup for your Pittsburgh Pirates. It'll be Spencer Horwitz. He'll be at first. Brandon Lau at second. Brian Reynolds at DH. Esmeralyn Valdez is in right. O'Neal Cruz is in center. Jake Mangum is in left. Rafael Flores is behind the plate. Jacob Gonzalez at short. And Jared Triolo at third. So, yes, no Nick Gonzalez. I imagine the defensive miscues have just been too much. And they're going to give him just a day off to kind of recompose himself. Because, yeah, it is pretty bad. I mean, you put him in his a more natural spot in the middle infield yesterday and had a really bad error. Really bad. And, again, really provides a lot at the plate. Again, over 300 batting average, but has really struggled with defense. It has really hurt. How's it going, Pro Life? Appreciate you, man. How many right-handed left fielders have the Pirates have played for the... Oh, I don't know. This guy. Yeah, I am AI. I am all AI. That is me. I almost clicked the camera. I'm gonna do my best to not click the camera. But we'll see. I might mess up and you'll see me. I look rough. You don't want to look at this. I already look rough as is on my best days. But yeah, I'm just not feeling too great. Not looking that great, so that's why I'm kind of hiding myself here tonight. How's it going, Anthony Mazzocca? Appreciate you, man. Yeah, I know, right? Last game was good. So far, so good here in the first. So we shall see. Yeah, MAI, I should know, huh? I don't know, Jack. I mean, this is free. It's free to sub, which I don't really know. I don't see the sub count, so I'm just going to hope for the best when it comes to all this. All right, Spencer Horwitz. He is digging in the box. He's batting .260, OPS of 780, 10 homers, 37 RBIs. Gonzalez should just DH for a while. Problem is, there's now 4 outfielders for the Pirates that definitely want to play. That's in there for a called strike 0-1. That is the only problem with that, Jason. Mangum, Reynolds, Cruz, and then Valdez. Here's the 0-1. That is foul back 0-2. And, of course, just think about whenever O'Hearn is playing, that's 5. And you're thinking, well, you can just put O'Hearn at first, right? Well, then what happens to Horwitz? The Pirates with a plethora of batters, which, again, adds to the frustration of how the seasons went. 0-2 count. Montero will just have to chill out because Horwitz does ask for time. Thank you very much, Shari. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, just not feeling that great today. 0-2 counts. Montero kicks and fires. That is top to second. And a nice play. He'll just toss to first for round number 1. Torres with a nice snag. Out number 1. That'll bring up Brandon Lau. He's batting .254, OPS of 797, 26 homers, 79 RBIs. Let's go, Lot. Welcome on in. Appreciate you, man. Let's go, Buccos. And thank you all for hanging out tonight. You can definitely tell that I'm not from the burg when I say y'all. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I can confirm, though, younger me did say you guys. Never use guys, but you guys. But, yeah, now it's y'all. 0-1 count to Lau. Here's the pitch, and that is going to be sent to second. Torres with it again. Throws to first. Out number 2. Torres getting some early work. 2 out. Again, this guy, Montero, pretty solid. We'll show his stats. 3.22 ERA. Opponent batting average of .99. Really good stuff. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds, batting .261, OPS of 801, 15 homers, 65 RBIs. Let's go in Hutchins. Welcome on in. Mr. Burns, let's go Bucks. That's off the plate, ball 1. Pokey, good to see ya. Horwitz might be batting 125. Honestly, Horwitz, yeah, definitely struggled. That OPS was like 810, 815, something before he, whenever he got back, and now, of course, you can see again, below 780s. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Pirates shall get this one. Maybe. We'll see. I hope so, Hutchins. Montero sets, kicks, and delivers. Just off the plate. Maybe a strike, maybe not. I don't know. 2-1 count. Ian shows. I am actually wearing Pittsburgh gear. Not wearing Pirates, though. That's pretty good, Jay. Appreciate you, man. Wearing Steelers gear. The 2-1. That's a ground ball to third. McGonigal with it. Throws to first. Reynolds is out. Well, the Pirates do the same thing. 1-2-3. We go to the top of the second. 0-0 in Pittsburgh. All right. Due up for the Tigers. It's going to be Eduardo Valencia, Zach McKinstry, and Spencer Torkelson. Hosting any Penguins games after the football season, I plan on it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Jay. Hopefully all is well. You're good, man. Personal life, yeah, that's you got to take care of yourself. This is just not so great entertainment. What do you think of Najee Harris? I don't know. I mean, I liked him. He just didn't really have a good O-line, but ended up kind of I don't know, taking everything outside, which was really frustrating. Because of I think he had PTSD with how his rookie year went. His O-line was so bad. But yeah, I saw he went to the Giants. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, I do think Scadaboo is overrated. He is so overrated. I mean, he's fine, but I just think, I don't know. I think he's very much overrated. I don't know. We'll see. He might make the team. He might not. I don't know. He kind of is running out of chances, to be honest with you, to stay in the league. As you can see, the Blue Jays lead 2-0 over the Rays. That is it. Everyone else, nothing. Nothing across Major League Baseball. The Steelers beat New England, and you host. Oh yeah, I've been doing every single Steelers game, man. I'll be here. Every single Steelers game covered on the channel this year, just like last year. Did not miss a Steelers game. Won't miss any this year. All right, we are back in action. It'll be Eduardo Valencia at the plate. The pitch. That's high and in. Ball one. Run away in the top of the second. By the way, 80 degrees in Pittsburgh. Very nice weather. Partly cloudy. 1-0 to Valencia. Here's the pitch. And that's a ground ball to third. Triolo with it. He'll just toss it to first. That is out number one. And that'll bring up Zach McKinstry. He's batting .223, OPS of .637, 4 homers and 25 RBIs. Good pick for the Giants. You're trying Najee, yeah. It's got to be hurt by week 2. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not wishing injury on him, but, you know, I don't know. I mean, he was pretty solid in college, but I don't know. Again, I think that's just too much hype. Only one count. I also think he might be a little full of himself. Let's go on, Miss Linda. Welcome on in. Good evening to you as well. Thank you very much, Jay. I try. Let's go on back road. Evening to you as well. Here's the 0-1. That is upstairs 1-1. So you think if they lose tonight, it'll be Speedy's fault? Yeah, Speedy, 100%. Speedy, yeah, I mean, everything's his fault. So that's going to be ripped to right. That is a foul ball. Kind of reminded me of Ben Roethlisberger. Everything was Ben's fault, apparently. But yeah, Speedy, again, given the night off. And, again, I really can't blame him, honestly. I really, as much as I love the offense he provides, as here's the 1-2. Breaking ball called. Strike 3. He struck him out. Woo-hoo! Very nice stuff there. I don't know if that went through. Did it go through? It did. Okay, I'm on a different scene. Everything that's different over here. So that is out number 2, and that'll bring up Spencer Torkelson. But yeah, again, the errors. I mean, he had an error last night. The pitch. Breaking ball at the knees. Called strike 0-1. 104 in Georgia. Yeah, 99 right now. I don't know how hot it got. Ridiculous. Here's the 0-1. That's upstairs 1-1. 86 on the curveball. Folks, W's in the chat for a lot. Thank you for the jewels, man. I appreciate it. I know you guys already got me there. I can see that. I am behind a little bit on the chat, apparently, so thank you guys for that. 1-1 to Torkelson. Ashcraft sets. He rocks. He fires. That is popped up. Shallow. Well, that's actually in the infield. And it looks like Lau makes the catch. What in the world was that? Horowitz calling for it. It was right there. And then Lau just taking it from him. We go to the bottom of the second inning. It is 0-0 in Pittsburgh. Let's go on, Theo. Welcome on in. Yeah, not feeling too great. Doesn't sound like it. I feel like I'm sounding all right, but no, I definitely am not feeling that great. But I will be fine. I should be good tomorrow. I'm thinking I will be. All right, it's going to be Esmeralyn Valdez to lead things off. He'll be followed by O'Neal Cruz and Jake Mangum. That is the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Pirates. Just need 8 in a row and we're good. Yeah. Oh, it's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Again, we're going at Los Angeles, at San Diego. Oh, man. Unfortunately. Yeah, Speedy, yeah, just had a really rough game yesterday in his return. He got hit in the face. And then, I don't know. Again, he moved to second. That's the thing. They moved him to second, which is more of his natural position. And, Yeah, it just didn't work out. He had an error again. Really frustrating. Really frustrating. O'Neill Cruz. Yep, we'll see how O'Neill looks there. How's it going, Station? Welcome on in. Feeling bad, Doc? No, I'm not feeling that great. Not feeling that great tonight. Again, visually, it's going to look much better for you guys. So, But again, don't get used to it. Do not get used to this. Don't. Because this is not how it's going to be. So if you're subbing, like if you're not subbed and then you sub, and then tomorrow you come in like, oh, what happened to the full screen? I will personally drive to your house and tell you to knock it off. That's what I'm going to do. I don't care that you hurt your elbow. All right, Montero readies as he kicks and delivers. That's downstairs and away. Ball one. Back underway in the bottom of the second. Esmeralda Valdez batting .254, OPS of .916, 14 homers and 41 RBIs. 1-0 to Valdez. That's cut on and fouled back. 1-1. Cruz, hurt his, I think it was his hand, I want to say, there, Shari. I'm not too sure. I don't recall anymore, to be honest. I believe it was his hand. 1-1 counts. Montero sets. He kicks. He delivers. That is upstairs. 2-1. 2-1 count to Valdez, as I see that Maggie really trying to get the band tonight. There we go. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be a fly ball to shallow right. Torkelson is under it in foul territory and makes the catch. And that'll bring up O'Neill Cruz. First at-bat since June 7th for the Pirates. Again, rehabbing didn't go all that great. But we're going to hope that, hey, as a Pirate, he is going to pick up right where he left off. Batting .264, OPS of .822, 14 homers, 44 RBIs. The pitch, that's downstairs, ball one. Hurt his wrist. Oh, yeah, Cruz is back. He's at the plate right now. 1-0 count to O'Neill Cruz. There he is, just appearing on your screen. 1-0, the pitch. That's spiked in the dirt, 2-0. 88 on the changeup. We don't get to see your... Yeah, oh yeah, my smile. I'm always smiling, huh? I'm just the happiest guy. 2-0 to O'Neill Cruz. Montero sets and delivers. That's high and in 3-0. Man, you think I wouldn't? Oh, you're crazy. You think I wouldn't? Oh man, yeah, you're mistaken. I do what I got to do to protect the channel. It's all about the future. The 3-0. That's right down the middle. 3-1. Yeah, I'm pretty crazy myself, to be honest with you. 3-1, O'Neill Cruz. I do feel so much free without the, just freer without the camera. That's foul back 3-2. Couldn't quite get on top of that. 3-2 count to O'Neill Cruz. Cruz stepping out. Montero sets. Only at 18 pitches, by the way. Really efficient first inning. Montero readies. He sets, kicks, and delivers. That is called strike three. He struck him out. Caught him looking. It's a backwards K in his first at-bat back. That'll bring up Jake Mangum, batting .298, OPS of .742, 4 homers, and 28 RBIs. Doc's laying in bed. No, I'm in the same spot. I'm in the same spot. Same spot. Here is the pitch to Mangum as Mangum fouls it back 0-1. Pick my nose. Yeah, that's not happening. 0-1 to Mangum. Again, a guy that, there's kind of a little bit of debate, with Cruz coming back. Is Mangum going to go to the bench? Well, they're going to try to work it out for now. Again, once O'Hearn comes back, that is when the problems really arise. Here's the 0-1. That's inside 1-1. That'll be a really... I don't envy Kelly when he has to deal with that. Thank you, Maggie. Appreciate it for the jewels. Thank you for the I'm a star, apparently. Here's the 1-1 to Mangum. That's a ground ball. The pitcher will have it. Montero with a nice flick to first. That is out number 3. The inning is over. We go to the top of the third, 0-0 in Pittsburgh. All right, due up for the Tigers. Brett Callahan, Max Clark, and Javier Baez. I am just in my regular clothes. I have a Steelers shirt on and then just blue athletic shorts. I'm just a chill guy. Don't know if it's do or die game, but it's something like... I hear you. Honestly, AJ, I'm not going to lie. They have to win the next two. They have to win the next two games. They lose this game tonight. I don't want to say it's over, but it's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, you just have to win tonight. You have to. You have to win tonight. You have to win tomorrow. I mean, you have to win every single game, obviously, but you have to win tonight. Thank you a lot again. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, we'll go ahead and go and check out the scores across Major League Baseball. Of course, as you can see down below, that we already have a ticker. So if you ever ask, hey, what's the score? Well, look at the ticker. The ticker will probably guide you in the right direction. And if you ask about the WNBA, well, I'll be like, well, this is a sports channel. So I don't know what that question's all about. All right, the Yankees and the Orioles 0-0. Indians 3, Giants 1. Cardinals 0, Reds nothing. Blue Jays 2, Rays nothing. Marlins and the Phillies 1-1. Again, of course, as a Pirates fan, you're pulling for the Marlins. You are pulling for the Reds right now. And I guess that's all for now. You have the Red Sox and the Mets. They are in a warm-up. So they're about to start play soon. But, yeah, that's really it. Pirates, please help an old O's fan out tonight. Beat the Tigers. We'll try, Scott. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for hanging out. Hopefully all is well with you and BW. I know BW, of course. Really excited about his Orioles, as that is fouled back 0-1. This is Brett Callahan's batting .333, OPS of 1,000, no homers and 4 RBIs. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to short. Jacob Gonzalez with it, throws to first. He is out. Nice throw from Gonzalez. Again, Jacob Gonzalez, not to be confused with our Speedy Gonzalez. And that'll bring up Max Clark. He's batting .270, OPS of 737, 1 homer and 9 RBIs. Clark, of course, caught national attention in the spring as that misses upstairs ball 1-1 for wearing a lot of jewelry, which he actually is still doing. Not as shiny, though. And then the second one was when Seth Hernandez delivered a pitch at 102 or 103. Clark, of course, seemed to be really impressed with what he saw. That just misses, apparently. I don't know about all that, but it's 2-0 to Max Clark. Ashcraft readies. He begins the windup. Here is the pitch as Clark sends a fly ball to right. Valdez is charging and calling off Cruz, but Cruz calls him off at the end and makes the catch. Oh, my goodness, out number 2. And that's, of course, I don't know. Yeah, it's his thing, but, I don't know. It's part of the problem right there. Valdez had it, but, hey, got the out. That's what matters. But that's the type of stuff, though, that can lead to potential problems, as that's in there 0-1. 89 on the slider. This is Javi Baez batting .261, OPS of 649, 2 homers and 14 RBIs. 0-1 to Baez. Breaking ball catches the top part of the zone. 0-2. Skeens on the mound tomorrow. He is. Skeens will be back tomorrow. 0-2 count to Baez. Askarov, by the way, 26 pitches. Both pitchers so far being very efficient. Valdez and Cruz trying to talk it over as that's ripped right to the third base of Triolo. Nice play. Throws to first. That's a nice play by Triolo. We go to the bottom of the third. 0-0. This game's just flying by. Now that I said that, we're going to slow it down, which is perfect because the Pirates are at the plate. It'll be Rafael Flores, then Jacob Gonzalez, and Jared Triolo in the bottom of the third inning. So your two favorite teams, the O's and the Orioles. There you go. Yeah, again, honestly, and I love Speedy Gonzalez. I do, but honestly, I don't think Gonzalez makes that play. I think Triolo. I know it's crazy, but Triolo is the right choice. You'd rather see on the stat line here, you'd rather see a 300 batting average, OPS at 650, but oh man, crazy. Folks, we're 22 days away from the NFL. Make sure again to subscribe if you love the NFL. This is actually a football channel. This is something that I try to communicate pretty often because it's true. You can look at my most popular live streams. You'll see it there. The NFL and college football dominating all that. But not only just for the streams. It's genuinely my number one sport. I love football. Football has always been in my blood. And I really enjoy the game, and I love calling the game. That's usually the best streams. Hopefully you'll join me for football season. Really, really excited for that. Of course, I'll be calling the Steelers and the Jets this Friday. I don't know about Thursday yet, which would be it would probably be Raiders and the Texans, but again, I don't know because I might be covering the local high school scrimmage. I don't know yet. I'm awaiting kind of an answer. So we'll find out. I guess I'll find out game day, so I guess I'll just have it ready. Did I play football? I played a few years. I wasn't exactly the biggest and strongest. But yes. Hey, two-hand touch, though. I was the GOAT. I'm not even kidding. Like, two-hand touch with also other football players. Like flag football, that 100% shredding. Route running, elite. Hands, elite. Could pass as well. I was just goated. Just again, not huge into the tackling. I was not really physical. So that's going to be missing 1-1 to Flores, batting .279, OPS of .973, 4 homers and 10 RBIs. 1-1 counts. Montero sets, he kicks and delivers, and that's catching the inside corner 1-2. 95 on the fastball. Cones are dusted off, ready to raise. I hear you, Miss Donna. I mean, we could use some cones. 1-2 counts. Montero sets. As he begins the windup, here is the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Down goes Flores. And that'll bring up Jacob Gonzalez, batting .231, OPS of .675, 6 homers, 28 RBIs. 0 bars. I don't think I've ever had a 0 bar. I've heard they're good. Cheerleader, sure. Yeah, I would say so. You're there on Friday nights. Cheering on the team. Here is the pitch. And that's ripped foul, and it's 0-1. There's really something special about, high school football. I really do enjoy it. I do enjoy calling the high school games in my area. It really is just it's a great atmosphere. The band, everything, just the crowd. Of course, it's not the biggest stadium that areas. That's going to be hit up the middle, but the shortstop's there. Baez throws to first for out number 2. Just the sound and everything it's all great. Just the feel. All right, well, that'll bring up Jared Triolo, batting .240, OPS of .627, 2 homers and 24 RBIs. Position that I play, I was a receiver, but I also was the punter and kicker. So, like I said, not really physically, not a aggressive, human being. Never was that guy. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss, strike one. I played a lot of soccer and tennis. You know, soccer again. That of course helped with the leg. 0-1 to Jared Triolo. Come on, bats, wake up. Yeah, no one's waking up yet. What's going, Chris? Kicking my... Really, I didn't even know that, to be honest with you. Chris, good to see you. 0-1 counts. The pitch. That's a ground ball to short. Baez with it. He rifles it to first. What a throw. For out number 3, the inning is over. So that'll bring up the top of the 4th. It's 0-0 in Pittsburgh. Due up for the Tigers will be the top of the order. Gleyber Torres, Kevin McGonigal, and Colt Keith. High school football is it's taken very seriously, yes. Oh, man, that is the king. And again, I like it, but I also don't, because it does come at the expense of other sports. Our high school didn't have a soccer team, and that's a shame because we played in a league, you know, because that was the only way we could play soccer. Oh, my goodness. Like, the talent we had, I genuinely, I feel very passionate about, you know, if we had a high school team actually practice every day, I think a good amount of us would have made some money professionally playing soccer. I really do. I really do. So it's really a shame. Anyway. Field goals? No, I never. It was just kickoffs and punts. We didn't really kick field goals. A lot of going for 2. All right, 2 up for the, well, what am I talking about? This is what's happening across the MLB. Right now, the Yankees and the Orioles 0-0. Indians leading 3-1 over the Giants. Cardinals and Reds 0-0. Blue Jays 2, Rays nothing. Marlins and the Phillies 1-1. Padres leading the Mets 1-0. And the Diamondbacks and Red Sox 0-0. Make sure, folks, to like and sub. I really don't know how we're doing tonight on that. I need to promote the likes, though. We're at 72 likes. I can see that. Again, subs I cannot see. But hopefully, if you are enjoying the content, make sure to like and sub. Again, if you're subscribing, I just want to make this clear. I'm going to make this clear because I'm a nice guy. If you expect the full vision of this every stream, just don't even bother. Don't even. Just don't. I'm just letting you know. This is a one-time thing because I'm feeling like garbage. The pitch, and that's foul back 0-1. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I actually am. 0-1 to Gleyber Torres, who's 0-1 himself. Again, everyone 0-1. I imagine, though, we'll see something happening here in the next time through the orders for both teams. Here's the 0-1, and that's a breaking ball inside 1-1. Heard about a high school coach and a team who never punts. There's a documentary on it. Yeah, I would hate that. I mean, I did hate it. So that's going to be a fly ball to left center field. Cruz and Mangum on the run. Mangum makes the catch at the notch in left center for out number 1. I mean, that was crushed. Mangum, though, tracking it down. Very nice stuff. Again, that works out. I mean, Reynolds, of course, has done a great job with robbing home runs, but I don't know if he has the speed of Mangum here. I don't think Reynolds will make that catch. That is out number 1, and that'll bring up Kevin McGonigal, 0-1 on the night. Doc kicker, yeah, okay, Orwell, I'll be... Buddy. Oh, man, oh, my goodness. Anyway, 0-1 counts to McGonigal. Ashcraft readies, he kicks, he delivers, and that's a little blooper to center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. And Ashcraft looks up in disbelief. I don't know. I feel like that's... maybe I'm overreaching here, but maybe that's one of those things where Mangum was playing center. He may have been able to make the catch, but that was kind of a jammer. So a bloop single for the Tigers. First hit of the ball game for either side. That'll bring up Colt Keith. It's 0-1. Your high school, the starting running back was our place kicker. Really? Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball to short. That gets past the diving Triolo for a base hit. Cruz is there. He'll throw it to second. So back-to-back singles for the Tigers with one out. So after, again, going through the first 10 batters, back-to-back singles for the Tigers, they may be in business, and that'll bring up Eduardo Valencia, who was also, again, 0 for 1. Let's go on, Tracy. Welcome on in. Yeah, he was there, Leo, but not anymore. We'll see, though. And, of course, Ashcraft only had 33 pitches. Sets. The pitch, and that's chopped foul. It's 0-1. I didn't mention Valencia's stats, but entering today, he was batting .389, OPS of 1244, 6 homers, 17 RBI. So just a incredible time at the plate so far in his 2026 season. Stepped up, played left outfielder position in his hometown. He even did Little Leagues. Nice. Nice. The 0-1 of Valencia. That's a ground ball to short. Possible double play. Flips to second for one. Throws to first. He got him. That's a double play. He got it. So we go to the bottom of the 4-0-0 in Pittsburgh. Due up for the Pirates. Actually, I'll show you the double play there. You can see it. Due up for the Pirates will be the top of the order. Spencer Horwitz, Brandon Lau, and Brian Reynolds. Tom, how's it going? Welcome on in. Lucky singles. I mean, AJ called it. Anthony called it as well. You guys did call it. I guess you guys know ball, huh? You guys know ball. I mean, Orville, you do what you want. I'm not, again, I'm genuinely, if you can do it, great. If not, no biggie. I will tell you this again, Orville, while I didn't like the Chiefs before I met you, after meeting you, I have genuine hate now because, again, a random, oh, let's go Chiefs. It's like, I don't know, someone brings up football, and then you awake from your slumber, you rise up, and then you tap on your phone, let's go Chiefs, LFG, or Chiefs Kingdom. I don't know. It's just kind of like, you know, just crazy. I don't know what to tell you. That's the nicest way I can say it. That's crazy. Anyway, again, something I probably wouldn't even do on camera. So I guess you're getting more of an unfiltered version here tonight. So congratulations to those of you that wanted a little bit more spice. Anyway, I do appreciate you guys, though. Again, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Again, I should be back tomorrow. Again, the Pirates and the Tigers conclude their series. That one, I believe, at 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 Central. And then we'll have the Mariners and the Brewers later that night. So, yeah, if you want some baseball, we got some pretty good games tomorrow. The Mariners, again, despite how they've been playing, they still have some star power. And they're still very much in the AL. I know it's crazy that they are. And, of course, the Brewers, well, they're just the best team in baseball right now, as that's in their 0-1. We're back underway in the bottom of the fourth. Horwitz, like, again, many of the Pirates, all the Pirates, 0 for 1 on the night. Montero sets, kicks, and delivers. That is in their 0-2. 86 on the changeup. Montero, by the way, at 32 pitches. I mean, these pitchers have been very efficient. The pitch, and that is popped up. That is a foul ball. It's the Chiefs. No one likes them. Yeah, except Chiefs fans. I don't think they have any allies. To be fair, I don't think the Steelers really do either. Does any team really? Here's the 0-2. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Honestly, if you have allies, then I guess no one really cares about you. So Horwitz strikes out. That'll bring up Brandon Lau, 0 for 1 of the nights. This is $5 to get the... Oh, my gosh. The thought of the dirty Chiefs off your mind. Go Steelers. Go Bucks. Appreciate you, AJ. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support of the channel. I do appreciate W's in the chat for AJ, folks. He is a walking W. Montero readies. He kicks and delivers. That's downstairs, ball 1. 1-0 to Brandon Lau. Montero begins his windup. Here is the pitch. That's way upstairs and away, 2-0. 95 on the fastball. The Bills kind of, do they have allies, or they kind of, I guess I'm not following there, Brian, but again, I know you are a Bills fan. I don't really have any hatred towards the Bills, to be honest with you. Here's the 2-0. That's a swing and a miss, strike 1. I will say this. I did find the way Allen and the offensive line, whenever they would get a first down, they would just point first down. Like after every single first down. I found that very annoying. And of course, you know, I don't know. They don't usually do well in the playoffs. Grounder to first. Torkelson will take it himself to the bag for round number 2. Not saying that we've been great in the playoffs, because obviously we haven't. This is just, again, an NFL fan talking. So quickly, 2 outs. That'll bring up Brian Reynolds, 0 for 1 on the night. Seattle's the only team in the MLB that's never been to the World Series. Yep. Pretty sure, yeah. I think so, yep. Montero readies. Again, only at 38 pitches. Here is the delivery. That's tapped foul, 0-1. 1-1 count to Brian Reynolds. Will any of the Pirates do anything? 0-1 count. Here is the pitch. As Reynolds sends a fly ball to left, that is going to be out of play. 0-2. Well, we'll see. We'll see. The thing about football is there's more teams that have a chance. Or anyway, it feels like that. I mean, maybe not, you know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you guys don't share that with me, but it does feel like that. Maybe this year won a playoff game. Maybe. I hope so. I hope so. 0-2 to Reynolds. That's ground ball. Montero with a nice play. He does all the work for Torres, who tosses to first, out number 3. Oh, my goodness. Nice snag. We go to the top of the 5th. 0-0 in Pittsburgh. Due up for the Tigers will be Zach McKinstry, Spencer Torkelson, and Brett Callahan. These umpires on the mounds are more important than we expected. Guess I'm not following there. Hutch. We're talking about the pitchers. Because, yeah, the pitchers have been really good. They've just been mowing through these lineups. Which Montero has a perfect game right now, so... You know, I know I'm not supposed to say that, but, you know. I mean, if he loses it, I'm not exactly going to be upset. All right, the Cardinals and the Reds 0-0 in the bottom of the 3rd. The Yankees leading 1-0 over the Orioles as they go to the bottom of the 3rd. The Indians leading 5-1 over the Giants. Blue Jays 4, Rays nothing. Marlins and the Phillies 1-1. Diamondbacks and the Red Sox 0-0. Padres leading 1-0 over the Mets. So there you go. What? Okay, Brian, that's not a serious question if you're asking about Rodgers having more touchdowns than interceptions. Not a serious question. Disappointed that you'd even ask, Brian. I'm not going to lie. That's disappointing to see. But anywho, again, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Again, we're obviously hiding the camera tonight. Don't get used to it. Or I don't know, maybe... Oh, look, there's a sub count. That just happened. I don't know what I pressed. What did I do? Well, there you go. So thank you for the sub. We have one up by one. Make sure, again, to sub. We'll try to get to 10,810 and then go from there. So make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. As that's going to be an off-speed pitch outside, ball 1. We're back underway here in Pittsburgh. 1-0 to McKinstry. Appreciate you, Orville. Thank you for your support of the channel. Orville's been here since football season, so I do appreciate you, man. So W's in the chat for Orville. And of course, again, you get the emojis now. 1-1 count. Here is the pitch, as that is a fly ball to left. That's going to be a foul ball. 1-2. Was the NFL show that? The first show is going to be the 31st. Chris, I've never been here. Chris, I've not shown my face tonight, as that's going to be fouled back, and it's still 1-2. Ashcraft, by the way, 39 pitches. Chiefs Kingdom. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it exists somewhat. That's going to be out the plate 2-2. 84 on the curveball. Looking forward to watching on Friday. I don't know. I'd like to see if the quarterbacks can kind of do what they did. I felt like it was a good game. I do want to see the O-line play better. That was really my number one concern, is that's a chopper to first. And Horowitz with a nice snag. He'll step on the bag for round number 1. So 1 out. That'll bring up Spencer Torkelson, 0 for 1 on the night. Earl's a new member. Yep. I do. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. You have to time him out during Chiefs games. Yeah, probably. Probably. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 1. 0-1 count to Torkelson. Ashcraft again at 42 pitches. The pitch. And that's off the plate. 1-1. 93 on the slider. Or, well, at least you understand. It's nothing personal. Just got to clean up the chat. The 1-1 to Torkelson. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 98 on the sinker. How about this? Will they be closer than last year in terms of touchdowns, interceptions? No. I think it was 24-7, which was already pretty good. Don't think that'll be worse, as that's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Woo! Only his second strikeout of the night. But, I mean, he's been so efficient, that is kind of what's going to happen. A lot of outs on 1 to 2 pitches. And that'll bring up Brett Callahan, 0 for 1 on the night. No problem, Pokey. Hey, I don't mind at all, as that's going to be in there. 0-1. Ashcraft just kind of moving along. Believe it or not, of course, he's been out-pitched. Montero on the other side hasn't allowed a hit. 0-1 to Callahan. He kicks and fires. Callahan sends this to right, and that ball is gone. There it is. First run of the game is a solo shot over the Clemente wall, and the Tigers lead 1-0. That was Callahan's first home run of the season. So there you go. The shutout is over. Callahan again just doing a good job. Again, Ashcraft, of course, has been near perfect. Here's the pitch to Clark. Breaking ball right down the middle, 0-1. Clark, of course, 0 for 1 on the night. How's it going, Denny? Welcome on in. Confusing as well. Good to see you. I see you. You don't see me. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to first. He'll toss to Ashcraft, who steps on the bag for out number 3. The inning is over, but the Tigers break the scoreless tie as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers 1, Pirates nothing. 2 up for the Pirates will be Esmeralyn Valdez, O'Neal Cruz, and Jake Mangan. We'll see if they can get something going. He shows the replay. Well, I'm sorry there, YouTuber. I just honestly am just already thinking lineups. It happens. Sorry there, bud. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Dr. B. Dr. B's soda from H-E-B. I don't know what to tell you there. Confusing? As that was kind of confusing. Anyway, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. As you can see in the bottom right corner of your screen, we're at 10,809. Trying to get to 10,810. Really trying to get to 11,000 by the start of the NFL season. That is 22 days away, which you can see on the left side of your screen. So make sure to sub if you haven't done so already. We'll be back tomorrow, of course. That is at 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 Central. This is really a quick game. Not even an hour. And we're already entering the bottom of the fifth. Pretty bizarre. Let's see if I can reset the 3D here, because I know I fell behind a little bit. Or, I mean, I'm ahead, but, you know. I will try, now that this is the main focus. Not that you'll get a perfect lineup. You definitely won't. All right. We are back. We'll see if the Pirates can break through here and get on base. We'll start with anything. As it'll be Esmeralda Valdez. He's 0 for 1 on the night. The pitch. And that's going to be... Looks like that's down and away. Ball 1. So does Dr. Pepper. I disagree, but that's okay. That is okay. 1-0 count to Valdez. Montero begins his windup. Here is the pitch. And that's taken inside. And it's 2-0. Not anyone likes. Yeah, we're trying to get to 150. With how this game's going, we might not get there because it's moving so fast. So trying to get to 150. We're at 93. Here's the 2-0. That's a breaking ball just missing outside 3-0. Of course, what do likes do, you might be wondering. It does push out the stream to more Tigers fans, Pirates fans, baseball fans, and sports fans in general. That's all it does. So make sure to hit that like button, help out the channel, trying to get more sports fans in the chats. The 3-0. High, and it almost hits him in the face. Valdez goes down. He is good. He's going to be at first. Oh, my goodness. Again, we just saw Gonzalez hit in the face the other night. High, and it almost, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, thank goodness that Valdez is all right. And, of course, again, if this were Sal Stewart, he's probably not going to do anything, but he's going to yell and cry about it and then have the guy ejected. Just thought I'd let you guys know. But anyway, that'll bring up O'Neal Cruz, who struck out looking. We'll see if the Pirates, I mean, they got their first base runner. Can they get their first hits? Denny, you're completely wrong, by the way. Here's the pitch. That's off the plate. Ball 1. Dr. Pepper is the greatest soda in the world. That is something that my former fellow Pennsylvanians will just have to accept, as that is tapped foul 1-1. Charge the mound, yeah. Like when the players go on the screen. Yeah, it's very interesting how they just go on the ground and levitate up. 1-1 O'Neal Cruz, runner on first, nobody out. The pitch, that's in the dirt, 2-1. Check out the history, Dr. Pepper. I don't really... The history, not a big deal. It's about what it is now. And what it is now is 23 flavors of goodness. 2-1 count. Montero kicks and fires. That is fouled back. And it's 2-2. 94 on the sinker. I got this with I get it with MLB TV. If you have MLB TV, you get this for free. I've been told you can pay for it if you don't have MLB TV. That I cannot confirm, but yes, if you have MLB TV, then you can link this to your MLB account, and you'll have it. 2-2 to O'Neal Cruz. Montero kicks and delivers. Cruz sends a fly ball to right center field. That ball is back. That ball is gone. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming in his first game back. His first hit is a home run. Number 15 on the season for O'Neal Cruz. A missile. Giving the Pirates a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the fifth. Hoist 2 cones, folks. Welcome back, O'Neal Cruz, cruising along. And that'll bring up Jake Mangum 0 for 1 on the night. So finally, the no-hitter, the perfect game over. Perfect game ended with the walk. The no-hitter ends as Mangum with the bunt. Montero pounces on it, throws to first. Mangum is safe. A bunt single for the Pirates, and Mangum will be chilling at first. And of course, they're showing the replay for O'Neal Cruz. Curveball at the knees. He got under it. He was ready for it. So runner on first, Rafael Flores will dig in. Struck out in his first appearance. .422 feet for those that are wondering on the distance. And Montero and Valencia having a little discussion again. I mean, Montero, 4 innings, perfect game. 5th inning, walk, home run, single. So out of nowhere, the Pirates have been able to not only end the perfect game, but get some runs and take the lead. So Flores again digs in. Runner on first, nobody out. Pirates leading 2-1 here in the bottom of the first, or pardon me, bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch, that's a swing and a miss, strike 1. 96 on the sinker, 0-1. Flores again has had a nice stretch of games as of late. Looking to keep it going. The pitch almost hits Flores. And Flores has to stumble out of the box. 1-1. That's where the Pirates get pitched high and in. So often, it's ridiculous. Here's the 1-1. Flores rips this to left. Is that a fair ball? It's a fair ball down the left field line. That's going to get out of play. It's going to be a ground rule double. Honestly, that kind of hurts because Mangum would have scored. But regardless, the Pirates with both runners in scoring position. Nice little liner down the left field line. Again, just bounced over the wall. And that'll keep Mangum at third. Oh, it just hit the chalk. You cannot be serious. That'll bring up Jacob Gonzalez 0 for 1 on the night. They're scared of the offense. That's what I was kind of thinking. Maybe it's intimidate the hitters. The pitch. That misses high. Ball 1. The infield is in for the Tigers. Again, runners on second and third. With nobody out. 1-0 to Gonzalez. Montero delivers. That's downstairs below the knees, 2-0. Let's go, Norman. Welcome on in. 2-0 counts. Infield again. They're in. They're in at the grass. Here's the pitch. Gonzalez fouls it back 2-1. Gonzalez, of course, acquired from the White Sox. Really as a counter to, kind of split with Triolo. Of course, they both find themselves in the lineup today. 2-1 to Gonzalez. That misses down and in, 3-1. Let's go, Bucks. Let's go. They just win bad. They do, Chris. The Pirates really do. But still not over. The 3-1. That's a swing and a miss. Would have been ball 4. Chases upstairs, 3-2. Gonzalez, by the way, with runners in scoring position this year, batting .375. That is 3 out of 8. At bats, he gets a hit. Here's the 3-2, and that is popped up. That is a foul ball. That's pretty good average. Let's go and redeemed. Welcome on in. Michael, good to see you. 3-2. Again, runners at second and third. Montero readies. The pitch. That is popped up. Is it playable? It is not. It's a little battle here. Again, that would have been ball 5, but, you know, you got to protect with 2 strikes. Keep scoring. Hopefully, Ricky. Hopefully. Again, infield in for the Tigers. Montero sets the pitch, and that is popped up first base side. That's a foul ball. So Gonzalez will refuse to go down without a fight. Montero wants a new baseball. Doesn't like this one. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Montero at pitch number 62. He sets and delivers as Gonzalez pops it up. And that one is also out of play. And it'll be another souvenir. It's still going to be 3-2. This will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat. Montero readies, kicks, and delivers. That's yanked to right. That is a foul ball. Montero was really efficient prior to this inning, but this inning has not been kind to him. Pirates hopefully can continue this. The streak they got. Again, walk, home run, single, and double. 3-2 count to Gonzalez. Pitch number 11 on the way. That's a grounder to first, and they will not send the runner. Torkelson steps on the bag. Out number 1. Kind of jammed him, too. I think his bat may have broke. It did. Yeah, jammed him. All right, well, 1 out. Runners on second and third. That'll bring up Jared Triolo for 1 on the night. Montero delivers. That's taken for a called strike. 0-1, 94. On the radar gun. Yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming so, Scott. A fly ball would be very nice. Infield still in, by the way. The pitch. That's a chopper. They're sending Mangum. Throw to the plate. He is safe. Oh! He called him out, but now he's going to call him safe because the ball came out. The ball came out. He is safe at the plate. Mangum, I don't know. They're going to challenge. And Mangum may not have stepped, and he may not have hit home plate. Oh my goodness, Mangum never touched home plate, sliding in. And he's going to be out. Oh, that's a bummer. So it's going to take a run off the board. There will not be a cone. It should still be 2-1. Well, the argument for the Pirates would be if he gave him a clear lane of the plate or not. I don't know. It doesn't really look like he did, but again, most of these calls seem to go against the Pirates anyway. don't know. I mean, again, you could argue that he never got a clear lane to the plate. But again, most of these tend to go against the Pirates anyway. I think he's going to be out myself. I think it's going to be 2-1, but who knows? They're still reviewing it. Yep, he's out. So it's going to be 2-1. The run comes off the board. 2-1 Pirates. And it's going to be runners on the corners with 2 outs. So runners on the corners, 2 outs. Horwitz steps up. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Definitely a tough one there for the Pirates. Montero readies, kicks and delivers. That's high and in, ball 1. Horwitz again, the stats are kind of just tanking. 1-0 to Horwitz. Montero delivers. That's down and in. The catcher's going to challenge. I believe he's going to lose this one. Valencia, I believe, will cost his team the first challenge. It's close, though. It is close. Oh, it's a strike. I was wrong. I feel like my percentage there is like 90%. No, that's a good challenge. It's going to be 1-1 to Spencer Horwitz. Base hit here would score a run, you'd think. Here's the pitch. That is a grounder. That's a foul ball, 1-2. Things look different. Yep, I am not on camera tonight. Don't feel that great. So you get the full screen tonight. 1-2 count. Montero readies the pitch, and that's going to be hit, and that gets through for a base hit. That'll score a run. The Pirates, they get the run anyway. 3-1. That is an RBI single for Spencer Horwitz. 3-1 Pirates hoist a cone. So there is your cone. Looks like that was a splitter off the plate. Reach out of the zone to get it. That'll bring up Brandon Lau for 2. Didn't seem accurate. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, usually pretty solid with that, but I can be wrong sometimes. The pitch as Lau chops it foul, and 181 on the knuckle curve. Lau for 2 on the night. He got 2 hits yesterday. It's 2 for 4. Looks like Ty Madden warming up for the Tigers. Breaking ball in there, and it's 0-2. Going for that authentic radio play-by-play feel, I guess so. You ever pause yourself to sync up with the 3D? I have. I did earlier. And you know what? It started lagging behind. So why even bother? 0-2 to Lau. Runners on first and second. Montero looks back at second. The pitch. That's off the plate. 1-2. You want to know what the other people do, by the way? They don't even watch the game. They're watching what you're watching on the screen. So, I'm sorry. I'd rather watch the game than watch a computer animation that you yourself can watch and call your own game. That's just... Anyway, here's the 1-2. That's off the plate, 2-2. Not to pick on you, James, but, you know, if there's anyone else that's wondering the same thing, that's what they do. And I'm sorry, I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to call an animation. 2-2 count to allow. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. The pitch, and that is chopped foul. 35 pitches for Montero in this inning. Just a tough inning for Montero. Again, a perfect game coming into the 5th inning. And the Pirates with a very productive bottom half. The 2-2, and that misses downstairs, 3-2. Montero at 77 pitches, but again, with how many pitches he's thrown here, that might kind of be a misleading pitch count. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. The pitch. Lau sends a fly ball to center field. Backing up is Clark. He's stumbling. He's under it. He makes the catch. Clark, of course, very speedy, can make up any lost ground with any, again, stumble. He can just make a play. But the Pirates, again, do score 3. A 2-run shot by O'Neal Cruz and Spencer Horwitz with an RBI single. 3-1 Pirates as we go to the top of the 6th. So the game kind of slowed down a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and look at the Tigers lineup. It's going to be Javi Baez, Gleyber Torres, and Kevin McGonigal. All right, again, we'll check out what's happening across the MLB. Folks, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. You can look at the bottom right of your screen. You'll see we're at 10,809. Trying to get to 10,810, and of course, and beyond. Trying to get to 11,000, really, by the beginning of NFL season. So make sure again to sub it up. We're less than 200 subs away from it. You can help out a small channel today. Have you done a good deed today? Well, sub to the channel. There's your good deed. All right, Yankees and the Orioles 1-1 at the top of the 5th. Cardinals 5, Reds nothing. The Indians leading 7-1 over the Giants. Blue Jays 6, Rays nothing. Marlins and the Phillies 1-1. The Red Sox leading 3-0 over the Diamondbacks. The Padres leading 1-0 over the Mets. A's 1, Royals nothing. Twins 2, Braves nothing. So there you go. Yes, Paul. Paul explains it pretty good there. Pretty good. It goes fast and slow compared to the game, yes. I did sync it up pretty, for a moment there in the first inning, I think, or maybe the second inning. I had it to where it was maybe like a half a second difference, but now it's fallen behind a whole pitch as Ashcraft fires one in there for a called strike. 0-1 to Javi Baez, 0-for-1 on the night. The pitch, that's off the plate, and it's 1-1. Like I said, what the other channels do, they just call that. Like, they would start calling right now. Like, they watch the animation. They don't watch the game. The 1-1, that's downstairs 2-1. Ashcraft, by the way, 52 pitches. Really good stuff. Two and 1 to Baez. The pitch. That's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Well, now we're 192. That's a bummer, but it happens. Two and 2 counts. And looks like Baez will step off. Now Ashcraft does. The pitch, and that's a broken bat jammer to first. Horwitz with the tosses to Ashcraft, covers the bag, out number 1. That'll bring up Gleyber Torres 0-for-2 on the night. Wow. Ashcraft readies and delivers. That's going to be hit. Oh, it's off the first baseman's glove. Horwitz. He took a stab at it, but couldn't make the catch. And that, I guess, will be a single. I don't know. Maybe it went through the glove. I don't know, but I mean, it was a liner right to him. That is brutal. So, man on with 1 out. That'll bring up Kevin McGonigal. 1 for 2 on the night. Here's the pitch. That's off the plate. Ball 1. 85 on the curveball. McGonigal, again, has been pretty solid. Here's the 1-0. That's downstairs 2-0. 13 homers, OPS over 800. Hit a home run yesterday. Greg Brown just copied me. I appreciate it, John. I try. 2-0 to McGonigal. Ashcraft readies, kicks, and delivers. Breaking ball in there, and it's 2-1. Breaking ball right down the plate. That'd be an error. You think so? It might be, yeah. Guess I'll find out in a moment at the end of the inning. 2-1. The pitch. McGonigal sends a fly ball to left center field. Mangum's on the run. He's calling off Cruz as Mangum makes the catch, throws to second, and there is no tag up on the play. Out number 2, and that'll bring up Colt Keith, the DH. 1 for 2. Again, that's what I try to emphasize. Like, think of it as a replay. There are times when it's slightly ahead, believe it or not. Slightly. That's usually a national broadcast game or something else, but for the most part, I'm usually ahead by a pitch. As that's in there, 0-1, backdoor breaking ball on the outside corner. Oh, and 1 to Colt Keith. The pitch. That's a tapper. And that is tapped foul. Trying to hold up, actually. When I replay it in my mind, he tried to check his swing, but made contact. 0-2 to Keith. By the way, again, Ashcraft at 61 pitches. Oh and 2. Ashcraft readies. Torres takes his lead. The pitch. That's a grounder, but it's also a foul ball. Down the first base side. 0-2. Do you enjoy watching the home run? Yeah, I think it adds, again, like it's also like a replay. Like just think about, like, you see it during the live feed, like on the actual TV, and then of course they'll show a replay, and you can kind of think of that in that way. As that's up and away. 1-2. 99 on the fastball. Ashcraft with a buckle with the state of Texas on it. That's pretty cool. Here's the 1-2 as that's sent out to right field. Right to Valdez. Makes the grab, out number 3. The inning is over, at least the top half of the inning. So the Tigers strand 1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Pirates 3, Tigers 1. Due up for the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's going to be Brian Reynolds, Esmelin Valdez, and O'Neal Cruz. Folks, again, if you haven't done so already, make sure again to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Trying to grow the channel even more. That's all we're trying to do. Apparently, I don't know, again, everyone's like, oh, we love the screen, but, we haven't grown the channel, which is kind of goal number 1. So, hey, it's also, we can look at it as kind of a test, like, hey, does this gain an audience? Well, clearly it doesn't. Apparently, people love to see my smiling, depressed face. That's apparently what people come to see. Well, what can you do? But anyway, I do appreciate you guys. Again, thank you for the sub. I do appreciate it. Again, just trying to grow the channel. That is, of course, the goal. Obviously, yeah, the numbers are nice, but number 1 is growth. That's kind of that's the tough thing with being a small channel. You just gotta Got to work harder. We'll get there, though. Again, a reminder, I'll be on tomorrow, 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 Central, for the conclusion of the series. Hopefully, it's the rubber match. I mean, that'd be nice. That'd be really cool. But, you know, we'll see, of course, how this game ends up going. And, of course, tomorrow night, it is a delayed doubleheader. The Mariners take it on the Brewers. I believe that is Game 3 of the series. There. They have a fourth game on Thursday, and unsure, again, on how my Thursday is going to go. But we shall see. Again, thank you, Miss Lynn. I try. Definitely not the best. I can tell you that. I'm not the best. Long way to go. All right. It'll be Brian Reynolds. He steps in 0 for 2 on the night. We'll see what he can do here again. Just kind of in a little bit of a cold spell. Here is the pitch, as that's a half-hearted swing and a miss. Strike one to Brian Reynolds. Ty Madden, the pitcher on the mound for the Tigers. So Montero is done after 5. Madden with a 2.62 ERA, opponent batting average of 183. 0-1. Delay doubleheader. Get your tickets now right here. They are free. So that's going to be a breaking ball in the dirt, 1-1. TV face. Yeah, TV radio. No, definitely not a TV face. It's a radio face. 100%. A face made for radio. Right here. 1-1 count. Madden kicks and delivers. Reynolds fouls this back 1-2. 94 on the fastball. Again, the Tigers, of course, ranking as one of the better pitching teams in all of baseball. Pirates, of course, scoring 5 runs yesterday. Not bad considering who they were facing, but can't allow 8. So that's a grounder to first. Torkelson with a nice play. Tosses to Madden. Steps on the bag. That is out number 1. Esmeralda Valdez 0 for 1 with the walk. He will make his way to the plate. He, of course, started the top of the 5th, or pardon me, the bottom of the 5th with the walk, and of course scored. How's it going, Alex? Welcome on in. Madden sets, kicks, and fires. Slider away, ball 1. Healthy and in shape to overcome 3 weeks. Oh my goodness, Russell, that's horrible. Yeah, I'm glad you're doing well. Here's the pitch. And that's taken for a called strike, 1-1. Yeah, long sickness. Yeah, 3 weeks. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's horrible. 1-1 to Valdez, the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 2, 95. On the top part of the zone, 1-2 to Esmeralda Valdez, who does ask for time. Not gonna lie, this is so freeing without a camera. Here's the 1-2. Valdez fouls this back. I feel like despite feeling under the weather, I feel like I'm having a very loose and chill call. It's very nice. 1-2 to Valdez. That's upstairs. Called strike 3. Valdez thinking about it, but does not challenge. Would have been close. So Valdez strikes out looking. So 2 outs. In steps in O'Neal Cruz. Of course, he had the 2-run home run in his last appearance. Gets a little bit of applause. Madden kicks and delivers. That's taken for a called strike. It's 0-1. Cruz, of course, hit home run number 15 tonight. Madden sets and delivers. Trying to backdoor him again. Did not get it. 1-1. I made pasta there, Jay. I made pasta earlier. That's all. Pretty simple. Works every time. 1-1 to Cruz, the pitch. That's up and away, 2-1, 86 on the splitter. Stopped you eating 2 weeks. I bet you lost a lot of weight. I just need to do that in general. Stop eating. No more pasta for me. The 2-1. And that's a check swing when he made contact. That is a foul ball, 2-2. Showing the breaking ball that Cruz hammered to right center. Again, 422 feet on the Cruz missile. Two and 2 to O'Neill Cruz. Again, 2 outs and nobody on. Pirates again leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th. Madden kicks and delivers. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Go! So a 1-2-3 inning for the reliever Ty Madden. As we go to the top of the 7th, Pirates 3, Tigers 1. What rhymes with reef? I guess beef. Leaf. All right. Due up for the Tigers will be Eduardo Valencia, Zach McKinstry, and Spencer Torkelson. Good grief. There we go. That's good. All right. We'll check out some scores across Major League Baseball. Again, the Pirates, of course, leading 3-1 here. Over in Baltimore, the Yankees and the Orioles are tied at 1 apiece. Cardinals leading 1-0 over the Reds. The Indians leading 7-1 over the Giants. Marlins leading 2-1 over the Phillies. Blue Jays leading 6-3 over the Rays. The Padres leading 1-0 over the Mets. The Diamondbacks leading 4-3 over the Red Sox. The A's leading 1-0 over the Royals. Twins leading 2-0 over the Braves. The Brewers leading 1-0 over the Mariners. And the Nationals and the Rangers 0-0. Chief. I guess so. Anyway. Again, make sure to leave a like and make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. We're 1 sub away from 10,810. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to sub. It is, again, free. We're at 144 likes. Trying to get to 150. I'm telling you, I'm not that great looking of a guy, but now you're really making me confused. Because apparently me on the screen makes more, I don't know, like buttons being pushed. Here's the pitch. That's in there, 0-1. Valencia 0 for 2 on the night. Ashcraft again at 65 pitches. Here in the 7th, as that's a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Breaking ball below the knees. A lot of break on that curveball. Starting at the waist. Ends up at the shins. What's going on, Jose? Welcome on in. Sorry there. Yeah, just not feeling too great tonight. Here's the 0-2 to Valencia. That's a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Believe it or not, that's only his 3rd strikeout of the night. But you will take this performance every day. Zach McKinstry makes his way to the plate, 0 for 2. The Cruz homer ties the Pirates' record of home runs at home in a single season set in 2003. That's crazy, considering we still have a month and a half. That is wild. That is pretty cool. That's a tapper to second. Lau with it. He throws to first. That is out number 2. Yeah, I mean, again, it's really sad that this offense most likely will not be going to the playoffs. It really is. It really is such a shame. 6-7. Appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you, man. As that's going to be upstairs. Called a strike. W's in the chat for Anthony Luviano. If it's Laviano, I apologize. Here's the 0-1. That's in there, 0-2. I know all about people mispronouncing my last name. I just want to beat people down. That's not true, but it's definitely annoying, though. 0-2 count to Torkelson. Ashcraft sets and delivers. Breaking ball inside, and it's ball 1. Ashcraft at 71 pitches. One and 2 counts. Ashcraft sets and delivers. That's taken upstairs. 2-2. 98 on the fastball. You had birds chirping? Really? Did you really? I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm definitely inside. As that's a swing at him as he struck him out. Woo-hoo! 4 strikeouts. This guy is so efficient. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Pirates 3, Tigers 1. 2 up for the Pirates will be Jake Mangum, Rafael Flores, and Jacob Gonzalez. Aquaman the word chief. Probably not, but yeah, I mean, you never know. We got Majinski last night. Yeah, we did. Don't give up yet. Well, it'd be nice. What team out of 7 contending the American League will win the final wild card? Well, I mean, I'm assuming you're a Tigers fan. Detroit. I mean, if you're not, then that's very misleading with the name. Appreciate you, Lee. I'm not really simping for the Tigers, but I will say the Tigers, with the run differential that they've had, it feels like they've been kind of messed over. Losing pretty close, and I imagine the law of averages will help out the Tigers. So my pick would be the Tigers. That is my guess. But we'll see. Of course, you play to win the game, but I definitely, my pick would be the Tigers, though. Even if the Tigers were to lose, of course, tonight, and even tomorrow, which I would hope, of course, for my Pirates, I would still think the Tigers have a great shot because, again, their run differential really, really good. Their expected wins-loss as of yesterday was 72-52. I imagine it's 73-52. I mean, it's incredibly unfair if you're a Tigers fan. That is unfortunate. All right, again, I appreciate it. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. We're 1 sub away from 10,810. You can see that in the bottom right of your screen. So make sure, again, to sub to the channel, folks. It is free, as I'll be back tomorrow. That'll be at 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 Central, right here on the Dr. Lay Sports Network, Game 3 of this series. 0-1 count to Mangum as he fouls this one off. No, the Tigers catcher is not at the plate. There you go. Here's the 0-1. Madden delivers. That is foul back 0-2. Rotation for the Dodgers series. I think Chandler starts Friday. Jones on Saturday. I guess it would be Majinski on Monday. I think. Unless I'm missing someone. 0-2 to Mangum. That's a tapper. It's off Madden's glove, but it's to Torres. He throws to first. He is out. Mangum hustling down the line. Could not get there, though, in time. Out number 1. Look at the Pirates bullpen. They show a security guard chilling like a villain. He's just hanging out. There's nobody in the Pirates bullpen. Ashcraft will be out there for inning number 8. Rafael Flores, he is 1 for 2. He steps up. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be fouled back 0-1. Thank you again for the sub. I do appreciate that. 8-10. There we go. Do I hear it? 8-15. Is that possible? 0-1 count to Rafael Flores. Would be nice, I'm just saying. Madden kicks and delivers. That's off the plate, 1-1. One ball, one strike to Rafael Flores. Madden readies. He begins to wind up the pitch, and that's a tapper right back to Madden, and he'll just underhand it to first for out number 2. Jacob Gonzalez is 0 for 2. He will make his way to the plate. Again, no Nick Gonzalez today. Again, just too many errors. You know, hopefully he can figure it out. Showing like a villain, passing the time, checking a rhyme. There we go. I like that. The pitch. That's grounded foul. 0-1. 87 on the cutter. Emmanuel de Jesus. I don't know why I couldn't say that. Jesus. Emmanuel de Jesus. Warming up. So that's going to be inside ball 1. For some reason, I want to say de Jesus, but I don't think that's correct. But for a last name, I feel like that is it. I don't know. Guess I'll listen to Greg Brown. 1-1 count. Madden going to get scolded with the pitch clock violation. It's going to be a 2-1 count out of Gonzalez. Two and 1 counts. Madden sets and delivers. Gonzalez pops it up shallow left. Baez is under it and makes the catch. That is out number 3. The inning is over. We go to the top of the 8th. Pirates leading 3-1 over the Tigers. There is the pop up there to shallow left. You ever revisit your old streams? Every now and then I will. Every now and then I'll look at it just to see how far I've come. That is something I will do from time to time. Checking some issues as well, but for the most part, pretty good. I mean, I think, I don't know. If there's any issues, you guys will definitely let me know about it, so I try to fix it as soon as possible. All right, 2 up for the Tigers will be Brett Callahan, Max Clark, and Javi Baez. Do I miss Dennis Santana? 100%. 100%. I am weeping and coping that he's not on my team anymore. I think he's with the Diamondbacks, I want to say now. So he ended up finding a team that's even closer to the playoffs than the Pirates. All right, the Yankees and the Orioles. It is 1-1 there in the top of the 7th. The Cardinals lead the Reds 1-0. The Marlins leading 2-1 over the Phillies. The Indians leading 7-1 over the Giants. Blue Jays 8, Rays 3. Padres leading 1-0 over the Mets. The Red Sox leading 5-4 over the Diamondbacks. A's leading 1-0 over the Royals. Twins leading 2-0 over the Braves. Brewers 1, Mariners 0. Nationals and the Rangers 0-0. Cubs 1, White Sox 0. And the Angels and the Astros 0-0. By the way, kind of weird. There's no games being played in the Pacific time zone. Is that, I don't know. Do I find that, am I the only one that finds that pretty odd? I don't know, but yeah. Well, I appreciate that, Proby. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think it's more because I've accepted the fate of the Pirates. And also, there's no camera tonight, so I'm a little bit more loose. As that's a tapper back to the pitcher, but it's going to, the umpire's going to say that the ball went off his foot. It would have been a 1-pitch, 1 out, but instead it's a foul ball, 0-1 to Callahan. Callahan 1 for 2 on the night. His only hit is the only run for the Tigers. Doc's your favorite streamer. I'm really sorry about that, Alex. Low standards. Here's the pitch. That's a tapper back to Ashcraft. Ashcraft running to his right. Throws to his left. He is out. Oh, no, he's safe. The throw was just off the bag. Oh, he had it. It was going to be a tough play for Ashcraft. Moving to his right. Oh, yeah, Horwitz had to step off the bag, or it would have been pretty bad. Yeah. Dang it. I guess it'll be an infield single there for Callahan and the Tigers. That'll bring up Max Clark. The pitch, as that's sent to left. Mangum is there. He makes the catch, throws it in, out number 1. How's it going, Michael? Welcome on in. Like number 161. Hey, we got 150. We keep the streak going. All right. That'll bring up Javi Baez. Baez 0 for 2 on the night. Mason Montgomery warming up for the Pirates. Ashcraft readies. Kicks and delivers. That's in there, 0-1. 97 on the outside corner to Baez. Invisible delay, yep. Yeah, I'm just a little under the weather today. But I appreciate you for hanging out, Michael. Greatest streamer ever. Again, that's a bunch of lies. I think I might be the only streamer you've seen, if that's the case. 0-1. That's in there, 0-2. 97 on the sinker. Runner on first, 1 out. Ashcraft at 78 pitches. The pitch. That's a chopper to third. Triolo throws to first for out number 2. Yeah, just a little too slow to try to double him up. Would have been risky. That is the smart play. 2 outs. This will be very interesting. Torres 1 for 3 on the night. Runner on second, 2 outs. The pitch. That's hit right to the second baseman. Loud drops it, picks it up, throws to first, out number 3. The inning is over. 8 innings for Ashcraft. A standing ovation at PNC. This guy, a master of his craft. A complete game last week. 8 innings here. He's getting a bunch of handshakes. That'll probably be it for Ashcraft, but I personally would send him out there for the 9th, but that's just me. Man, oh man. What a game. What a game from him. 2 up for the Pirates will be Jared Triolo, Spencer Horwitz, and Brandon Lau. Yeah, the guy that Ben tackled, yeah. Yeah, had a leg injury. We got lucky there. Should have started yesterday, but we'll take this too. Yeah, it would have been cool. Again, I appreciate you, Russell. I do. Ace Craft, yeah. Again, he's just so good. Master of his craft. Can't imagine Kelly would allow a complete game. Yeah. Well, again, imagine, though, back-to-back complete games. Wouldn't that be cool? But yeah, I guess it's no fun. He's allowed to run a one pitch. One pitch. And if he had a 0, he would be out there for the 9th. Because he has a 1, and on one dang pitch, they're going to probably let him, or they're not going to let him finish. It was better. Ashcraft or Malginski. I don't know who Malginski is. But I'll just go with Ashcraft. No Nick Gonzalez. It's an easy win. Daniel, I'm going to do that to myself. Unbelievable. But yeah, I mean, honestly, again, it's not a good game from him defensively last night, so I don't really blame them for benching him tonight. Man, would have loved to see Ashcraft go out for there for the 9th, but he won't. Here's the 0-1 at Triolo. That's taken for a called strike. 0-2. Triolo again 0 for 2 on the night. And 2 to Triolo. As that's going to be taken for a ball. They didn't show that pitch, so I'm just going to assume it was a ball. One and two to Jared Triolo. Madden sets and delivers. That's a grounder to second. That gets past him for a base hit as the Pirates will look to have some insurance here in the bottom of the eighth. Again, there's no Ashcraft, so going to hope that they can put up some runs. As that'll bring up Spencer Horwitz, 1 for 2. Oh, no, pardon me, 1 for 3 on the night. Has an RBI. I imagine it'll be a lefty, because a pitching change is underway. Tigers go to the pen. I'm assuming again a left-handed reliever. I would let him finish. I would too, myself. I would. Yeah, appreciate Russell. Yeah, no, we have a good group for the most part for baseball. Baseball, again, can be a little toxic. Football, I really enjoy the group there. Baseball, again, a lot of great ones. Not a lot of... There's some bad ones as well. Bad apples. But, you know, it is what it is. Bring in Montgomery. I think Montgomery's the one that they're going to be putting out there. But, again, we'll see. Ashcraft, I think he was at 80 pitches, Jason. He wasn't even close to 100. That's what's kind of bothersome. But, you know, they already made their decision. We'll just have to accept it. Tell you what, if the Pirates lose this game, oh my goodness, can you imagine the reactions to Kelly? Like, you thought Kelly got a lot of hates before today. He will get all the hates after this. If the Tigers were to come back because he pulled Ashcraft. I mean, that would be insane. Folks, again, we are in a little bit of a mini delay, but we should be fine. Again, the Pirates leading 3-1. Pitching change for the Tigers. I am assuming, and they'll bring a lefty because Horwitz and Lau are due up. Just my guess. It will be a left-handed reliever. Again, Horwitz 1 for 3. Not very good against lefties. We'll see if he can get something going here. Here's the pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. 0-1. De Jesus on the mound for the Tigers. 0-1 count. The delivery, and that's going to be fouled back. 0-2. 84 on the cutter. Do not promise to walk to Pittsburgh from Detroit. I promise I will not be doing that. 0-2 count. De Jesus will, well, actually nothing will happen as Horwitz asks for time. I'm going to turn on iShow speed. Yeah, 100%. Let's go on Christopher. Let's go Bucks. 0-2 counts. De Jesus sets, kicks, and delivers. Oh, it hits him! Hits him in the arm. And Horwitz, well, he'll go to first. Jeez. Again, the Pirates have been pitched high and in like all day today, and again, not on purpose, but it just feels, it's very frustrating because it really happens a lot to the Pirates. Again, it is a very good offensive team when they are clicking. I mean, there's really no one better. So runners on first and second, nobody out. That is Brandon Lau at the plate, 0 for 3 on the night. De Jesus looks back. Looks back again, the pitch. And that's taken for a called strike 0-1. 94 on the four-seam fastball. The pitch. That's a grounder right to the shortstop. Possible double play. Steps on second. Throws to first. He is out. That is a double play. So he moves the runner to third. That is Triolo, and that'll bring up Brian Reynolds 0 for 3 on the night. Base hit would be very, very nice. First Pirate with 9 innings pitched and 8 innings pitched in consecutive starts since A.J. Burnett. He did it in 2012. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike one, 95 upstairs. 0-1 count to Brian Reynolds. 35 likes for 200. Yeah, I don't think that'll happen there, Ricky, but I appreciate it, though. Here's the pitch, way upstairs. 1-1. Horwitz is off. Well, Horwitz got hit there. That was loud with the double play. But yeah, Horwitz has struggled, though, mightily, yes. 1-1 to Brian Reynolds. The pitch, and that's hit to left field. That is a base hit. That'll score a run. There's some insurance. The Pirates lead 4-1. RBI single for Brian Reynolds. RBI number 66. Hoist the cone. Fastball inside. Reynolds. That was smoked. Perfect, but just didn't get any elevation. Here's the pitch to Valdez. That's taken inside for ball one. 88 on the changeup. So again, the Pirates able to get a run. That may be, I don't know. Again, there's obviously still a lot of baseball that can happen within those 3 outs in the top of the ninth, but definitely feel a lot more comfortable with the 3-run lead. The pitch. That's a big swing and a miss. Strike one. 87 on the changeup. 1-1 to Valdez. Here's the pitch. That's inside 2-1. O'Neill Cruz on deck. Surprisingly better against lefties than righties this year. Don't know if that'll continue after the injury, but I was doing very well. The 2-1. That's a grounder. That is a foul ball. It's 2-2. If you're just tuning in, 4-1 Pirates. Bottom of the 8, 2-2 count. Runner on first 2 outs. De Jesus delivers, and that's a grounder to short. Baez tosses to second. The force is completed. Out number 3. We go to the top of the ninth. The Pirates leading 4-1. There is no Ashcraft. It will be Mason Montgomery on for the save. Due up for the Tigers. One last chance for the Tigers. It'll be Kevin McGonigal, Colt Keith, and Eduardo Valencia. Appreciate you guys for hanging out. Good to see you, Michael. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, again, yeah, you always pull for the anyone else with the Pirates, but that's okay. That's all right. I'm not offended as much anymore. I've moved on. Nothing can hurt me anymore with this team and the Pirates and the baseball, whatever. Just ready for football. All right, the Cardinals leading 2-0 over the Reds. The Yankees lead 3-1 over the Orioles. Indians 7, Giants 1, Blue Jays 8, Rays 3. The Marlins lead the Phillies 3-1. The Red Sox lead the Diamondbacks 5-4. Padres leading the Mets 3-0. A's 1, Royals 0. The Twins lead 2-0 over the Braves. Brewers leading 1-0 over the Mariners. Rangers leading 1-0 over the Nationals. And the Cubs 2, White Sox 1. As well as the Angels and the Astros 0-0. So there you go, folks. 3 more outs for the Pirates. And, well, they would indeed be victorious. We'll see if, of course, that is the reality that we'll have it again tomorrow. A reminder that I will be covering this final game, the final game of the series. Hopefully it's the rubber match. That'll be at 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 Central. Tigers and the Pirates. Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pirates. I'll have to check who the Tigers guy is. And then, of course, later that night, tomorrow night, if you're interested, if you're just a pure baseball fan, we will have the Seattle Mariners and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hopefully I'll see you there. Montgomery on the mound, 3.54 ERA. That's a grounder to second. Lau moving to his right, throws to his left, and he throws it away. He threw it away. Would have been really a tough play, but he did have some time to set his feet. But trying to do everything fast, and yeah, that throw just not great. So already an error here in the top of the ninth. McGonigal at first. And that'll bring up Colt. No, pardon me, this is not Colt Keith. This is Dylan Dingler. 26 dingers for him. The powerful catcher is at the plate. Runner on first, nobody out. Montgomery sets and delivers as that's sent foul. 0-1. Yes, I don't remember. It's like YouTube something. There's like many people with the name of YouTube, but yeah, it's like one of his, it's YouTube or something. I can't remember. 0-1 count to Dingler, the pitch. That's taken upstairs for a ball, and it's 1-1. 100 on the fastball. Montgomery, of course, as many people know, elite velocity. The problem? Movement. Not much. 1-1 count to Dingler. He kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2 to Dingler. Runner on first. Nobody out. Montgomery readies. The pitch. That is fouled off of Flores' face. And it's still 1-2. The umpire going to give Flores a chance to compose himself after he just took a... straight back. That centered him. One and 2 to Dingler. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Woo-hoo! 1 out as the Pirates try to pull the final curtain on the Tigers.
And now, the final curtain.
We'll see if it can happen with Eduardo Valencia scheduled. I'm not too sure if he'll actually be up, but he's 0 for 3. And it looks like the umpire and Flores. So it looks like Flores, something happened there. So the umpire being a nice guy about it. Flores, his necklace kind of came loose. Montgomery readies, looks over at first. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball at the knees. Not called a strike. Flores will challenge. I believe he's going to win this, though I am not actually that great tonight. Usually pretty good at it, but tonight I have been wrong. He got him. It's going to be 0-1. Good challenge there from Rafael Flores. Pirates, by the way, with both challenges. Same thing with the Tigers. They have both challenges as well. 0-1 counts. Montgomery sets. He kicks, he deals. That's inside. Just misses 1-1. I'm sorry, Alex. I don't really have I have a personal Instagram. Don't really use it for the channel. No Dr. Delay Instagram. 1-1 to Valencia. Runner on first, 1 out. Montgomery delivers. That's down and in. 2-1. Very quick game. Yeah, honestly. Today they might win, everyone else could win. Yeah, I know. I know, it's a bummer. That's why you got to win more. You got to take advantage when they lose. There's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss. 2-2. 99 there from Montgomery. Christopher is calling it. I don't know. I think it's too early to make the call, as well as other races tonight happening across the country. Probably many things too early to call right now. 2-2 count to Valencia. Montgomery sets, kicks, and delivers. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. The Pirates 1 out away. W's in the chat for AJ. Appreciate you, man. 10 joules there for the W. Let's go. How you Lee, pinch hitting for McKinstry. And, of course, Lee, he was a menace to the Pirates last night. 3 for 3 with 2 walks. He got on base every single time. That's in their 0-1. Pirate fans rising to their feet. Don't want to see Carmen start again this year. I completely agree. He needs to have an opener every single time. 0-1 to Lee. That's downstairs. 1-1. 101. Runner will take second. McGonigal cruising over. One and one to How You Lee, and he's been pretty good. The 1-1 checked his swing upstairs. 2-1. Did not chase on the 100-mile-per-hour sinker. Would have been more fun. Yeah, I completely agree, Mike. Would have been nice. Appreciate you, David. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate it. Here's the 2-1 to Lee. That's a ground ball up the middle. Laua's there. Throws to first. He got him. This one's on targets. Raise the Jolly Roger, as there was no doubt about it. The Pirates win 4-1 in O'Neill Cruz's return. Braxton Ashcraft with, of course, a great game. 8 innings, 1 earned, and Mason Montgomery with the save. And the Pirates will rise to 62 and 66. The Tigers fall to 61 and 65. And, of course, that means the Pirates, as of now, are 6 games back. Again, this is not entirely accurate. I do apologize. Phillies +1, by the way, not even. So, of course, if the Pirates want to wake up tomorrow at 5.5 back, well, they're going to need the Padres to lose tonight, which, unfortunately, for Pirates fans, like me and, of course, most of you guys, the Padres lead 3-1. Diamondbacks are losing, though, 5-4. The Phillies have just retaken the lead in Philadelphia against the Miami Marlins, 4-3. So, again, not looking good for the Pirates. And, of course, again, that's why every game is important from this point on. They have to make up a week of baseball with only, I believe, 6 weeks to go. And of course, again, the Tigers will drop to a half game back. The Tigers very much in it with how the American League is. The American League is just not good. And the Tigers, again, I think, very much capable of taking that final spots. By the way, in case you're wondering, I think I'm just a hater of the American League. The Pirates are 22 and 13 against the American League. Just throwing that out there. Just saying. Anywho, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. So again, thank you for bearing with me. Yes, I did not reveal any face tonight. Just, again, I wasn't really feeling that great, but I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. And hopefully you guys are going to have a great rest of your night. Again, I'll be back tomorrow at 12:35 Eastern, 11:35 Central. As you can see, again, the Pirates with 6 hits. I mean, not really much offense, to be honest with you, but it was enough. Good pitching will do that. The Pirates did have an error, of course. But here's your pitching matchup for tomorrow. It's going to be, I believe that's Jackson Jobe. He will take on Paul Skeens. And we'll see, of course, if Paul Skeens remembers how to pitch. He got the extra day off, so that's what we can hope. And, of course, again, if you are just a baseball fan, Well, we got Logan Gilbert and Dustin May tomorrow night. Mariners and the Brewers. Should be fun. So, again, I appreciate it. Make sure, again, to leave a like. Make sure to sub to the channel. It is free. Trying to grow the channel even more. Trying to grow it even more. If I really want to grow the channel, I probably shouldn't be calling Pirate Games, to be honest with you. But we're still going to do it as much as I can. While, of course, mixing in other games. But, of course, again, it's almost time for football season. And, again, this is a football channel, so I got to do what I got to do. Because, again, I got to think the long term. But it's been fun, of course. Again, the Pirates hopefully will get the results that they need across Major League Baseball tonight. So, hopefully, again, if you're a Pirate fan, you're pulling for the Red Sox, you're pulling for the Marlins, and you're pulling for the Mets. Let's go, Mets. The Miracle Mets. Can they do a miracle for the Pirates? But, again, I appreciate you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. I will see you guys then. Hopefully, you guys have had a great rest of your have a great rest of your night. Wow, only 2-hour game. That's got to be the fastest game we've called this year. There's no way. But, anywho. You guys have a great rest of your night. I will see you next time right here on the Dr. Delay Sports Network. And, of course, if you want more sports coverage, I'll be sure to send you guys to another stream. And, of course, we'll play out a song. Let's see what we got. All right, see you guys next time right here on the Dr. Delay Sports Network.
Seemed to end. Every weekend meant another friend. Riding until the streetlights came. Nobody cared about fortune or fame. CD cases scattered on the floor, counting down outside the record store. We thought we'd never lose those days. Funny how they slipped away. Now every picture fades, but somehow game consoles blowing through the night. Pizza boxes, everything felt right. Home phones ringing down the hall. Somehow we still talk to everyone. Neighborhoods that felt so alive. Windows down on late night drives. The world kept turning nice and slow. Back before we'd ever know. Maybe we were young. Maybe time moved differently. Take me back to yesterday, tomorrow. Every laugh outran the sorrow. No maps, no plans, just one more open road. Somehow we carried a lighter load. We were writing names on unfinished pages, growing up without knowing those would be the golden ages. Maybe nothing lasts forever. Maybe that's the reason we remember. Take me back to yesterday's tomorrow. Every sunset promised one more tomorrow. If I could steal one moment from the past, I'd never let it go. I'd make it last. The years keep moving, but somewhere those kids are still laughing.
the Jolly Roger.